Hi, welcome to Patchy Travels. Today I'm here to share everything you need to know about Barcelona Cruise Port in 2026. And trust me, there's a big change coming that you'll want to know about before you book. Let's start with the big picture. Over 3 million cruise passengers pass through Barcelona every single year. It's not just a stop on a Mediterranean itinerary. For many cruises, this is where the journey begins and ends. Barcelona is one of the main home ports in the entire Mediterranean. And the best part? The port sits literally minutes from the city center. You step off your ship and you're on Las Ramblas before most people finish their morning coffee. That combination, major home port plus city center location, is rare, and it's why Barcelona dominates European cruising. Now, I've already done a complete guide covering all 6 terminals in detail. I'll link that right here and in the description. That video has helped thousands of cruisers, so if you want every single terminal broken down, it's waiting for you. But today I'm focusing on what's actually changing in 2026, because things are shifting and most people don't know about it yet. The cruise port is split into 2 main zones, and which one you end up at makes a real difference to your day. Terminal S, South Terminal. This is the one right next to the World Trade Center. Closest terminal to Las Ramblas in the Gothic Quarter, you can literally walk there. Smaller ships and Virgin Voyages usually dock here. It's incredibly convenient. But here's the headline you need to know. Terminal S is scheduled to close by the end of 2026. The port is undergoing a major redevelopment, and this terminal won't be part of the future layout. If you're sailing in late 2026 or into 2027, don't count on it. I'll keep this updated as more details come out. Moll Adossat, Adossat Wharf. This is where most of the action happens today. Terminals A through E are all here, and if you're on a big ship with MSC, Royal Caribbean, Costa, or Cunard, you're almost certainly departing from Moll Adossat. The trade-off? The cruise terminals are quite a distance from Barcelona's city center. If your ship is docked at terminals A, B, or C, walking is possible and many passengers do it, but it takes around 30 to 40 minutes depending on your pace and exactly where you're heading. For the other cruise terminals, the distance is much greater. In my opinion, walking is not practical, especially if you're carrying luggage. In those cases, the cruise bus, a taxi, or an Uber are usually the best options. If you're at Terminal S, the answer is simple: walk. You're right there. For Moll Adossat, you've got options. The cruise bus departs from near the World Trade Center and costs €3. It's the official option and it works, but on busy summer weekends with multiple ships in port, those queues can stretch. I've seen it. Personally, I often use the cruise bus to reach the terminals and it works great for embarkation. But disembarkation day is a completely different story. Everyone's trying to grab one at the same time and it gets chaotic. For disembarkation, I often use Uber. Now, if you're flying into Barcelona and heading straight to the port, I've got an entire video breaking down every option: taxi, Aerobus, Metro, Uber, all compared side by side. That's episode 2 of my Barcelona Cruise Guide series, and I'll link it up here. It'll save you from standing at the airport wondering which way to go. And for the full airport picture, both terminals, what to expect at each, there's a dedicated Barcelona airport guide on the channel too. Nearly 9,000 people have used that one before their trips. So what does Terminal S closing actually mean? First, if you're on a smaller ship or sailing with Virgin Voyages, expect to be redirected to Moll Adossat, probably from late 2026 or early 2027. That walking distance convenience goes away overnight. Second, the port is likely to expand capacity at Moll Adossat to absorb the extra traffic. Same location, more ships, more passengers, which means shuttles and transport become even more critical. Third, and this is the one that catches people out, if you've cruised from Barcelona before and always docked at Terminal S, don't just assume it'll be the same next time. Always check your cruise documents for the exact terminal. Don't show up where you went last time. And one thing I learned the hard way: don't leave things until the last minute. Lines can be long, especially with certain cruise lines where things get a bit chaotic. I've got a dedicated video on disembarkation day in Barcelona. explaining how to avoid missing your flight because of an unexpected queue. That's episode 5 of the series, linked in the description. Now, if you're arriving a day or two before your cruise, which I honestly recommend, I've filmed an episode on exactly what to do in Barcelona before you board, hidden spots, local food, where to stay, and if you're on foot with just a few hours between flights, I've also done a full walking tour from the cruise port, covering everything cruisers need to see in one route. Both episodes are in the description. Let me leave you with what really matters. 3 million passengers a year. Barcelona is busy. Plan ahead. Know your terminal. Terminal S is within walking distance, but only for now. Moll Adossat means taking the shuttle, an Uber, or a taxi. Terminal S is expected to close at the end of 2026. If you're sailing after that, expect changes to where your ship docks. Arrive early, bring water during the summer months, and don't underestimate those shuttle queues. Trust me, the summer sun in Barcelona can be intense, especially if you're standing in line waiting for transport. And if this guide helped, the full Barcelona Cruise Guide series is linked in the description. 5 episodes covering everything from avoiding common pre-cruise mistakes to making disembarkation day as smooth as possible. Watch them in order and you'll be fully prepared before you even pack your suitcase. If this video helped, give it a like and subscribe for more cruise tips, port guides, and everything Barcelona. And if you're cruising the Mediterranean, I've got specific videos on other ports too. Civitavecchia, the gateway to Rome, is linked right here. That one's been really popular. Have you cruised from Barcelona before? Which terminal did you dock at and how was your experience getting there? Let me know in the comments. I always reply. Thank you so much and see you next time.